The fire has now grown to nearly 5,500 acres and is still 0% contained. Officials say nearly 200 structures are threatened, mostly in the small town of Dry Creek. They currently have 630 firefighters and 6 aircraft assigned to that fire. We have team coverage assigned to the fire with Chief Meteorologist Dylan Robichaud tracking the conditions crews are dealing with. But we start with KEZI 9 News reporter Jaewon Jung live near Glide and the evacuated areas. Jaewon.
Matt, I'm here at one nearby business that's been lucky so far. They haven't been told to evacuate, but they know all too well what that's like from the Archie Creek fire season last year. In fact, this building next to me was completely destroyed and had to be rebuilt after the Archie Creek fires. And if you take a look behind me, several trees are destroyed, burned from those devastating wildfires. In fact, several businesses and residences in the North Umpqua area were completely destroyed. The Archie Creek fire burned more than 130,000 acres of land. Dogwood Motel owner Norman Call tells me how he's feeling with the rise of the Jack fire burning so early in the season.
Anxiety, of course, since the fire last year it burned up quite a bit of the motel, and we lost the rental over there and the big place in the back we just finished building, and going through the insurance companies and everything in regard of the fire, it takes a lot out of you.
Currently, Dogwood Motel has not been given any evacuation warning, but just 13 miles down from here, Steamboat Inn has been given a level 2 B set warning. Again, the Jack fire is 0% contained, and coming up at 6, I spoke with one of the fire crews on the aviation, and she tells me why this fire has been so difficult to contain. Reporting live in Idlewild Park, Jaewon Jung, KEZI 9 News.
All right, Jaewon, thank you very much. Moving now to Southern Oregon, the bootleg fire is burning out of control. It is also growing. The fire doubled in size overnight. It's now nearly 39,000 acres, and containment has dropped to 0. Roughly 3,000 structures are threatened. That fire is continuing to burn about 11 miles northeast of Sprague River in the Fremont-Wainema National Forest. That video from our sister station, KDRV. Chief Meteorologist Dylan Robichaud joining us now with very important information about the wind conditions and how it's keeping smoke away, but also the humidity levels, another factor down there.
Right, both of those are really important. The good news is that right now the winds are calm, but the winds will be gusty as we head towards tomorrow. Right now, get a look at the Roseburg camera, and I really want you to look off to the northeast here on this camera. Look at that plume of smoke getting lofted here into the atmosphere. That is smoke, dust, and ash from that Jack fire to the east of Glide. And right now, I do want to show you the winds coming in from 12 here in Roseburg. They have picked up over the last 20 minutes. A few minutes ago, they were calm, so they are increasing. And then the further to the east that you head along Highway 138, the winds tend to pick up as we have that steeper topography. Now, I also do want to show you the winds as we head toward tonight. They are going to be calm, so that will help out fire efforts, but by this time tomorrow, we'll be seeing gusts up to 10, 15, possibly 20 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. This is at 5 p.m., 24 hours from right now. We're looking at 15 mile per hour winds down there in Roseburg, and then they'll calm down as we head toward tomorrow night. The humidity has continued to drop. Yesterday, conditions were good. Now the humidity is getting pretty bad, only 13%. That is extremely dry, and the winds will be turning calm tonight. That will create some stagnant air, and so we do see some smoke moving off to the west. We could be looking at the air quality taking a bit of a hit there in the Umpqua Basin. By tomorrow, though, hopefully with the winds picking up from the north, it will keep the smoke away from the city of Roseburg. Matt.
All right, thank you very much, Dylan. A Eugene man says he is shocked. The man who shot him 3 times could be released on bail. KEZI 9 News reporter Mike Cerullo spoke with the victim and his girlfriend, who was there when her loved one was shot, to find out how it's changed his life.
Greg Hall used to enjoy activities like painting and playing guitar, but after he was shot 3 times here on Kelso Street in Eugene, he's been forced to find new ways to spend his time.
He took away the joy of my life. I mean, painting and playing guitar were my 2 favorite hobbies. And I can't even do that now.
The shooting left Hall with significant nerve damage in his left arm, and now he says he's lost all sense of security.
I sit with my back towards the corner now. Every time I go into a restaurant or to a store, I make sure there's a wall behind me so I could see that everybody's in front of me.
His girlfriend, Cindy, was with him the night he was shot.
I get out of the car and I go, "Is everything okay?" And he goes, "Honey, I don't feel good. I've been shot." And then that guy, Darren, takes off running.
She's talking about the man who police say pulled the trigger, 55-year-old Darren Woods.
This Darren guy has already shot somebody, and he got away with it. It's self-defense.
He appeared in court Friday morning, but a judge did not rule on whether to reduce his bail, initially set at $250,000.
I can't believe that this guy would be let out on bail. He's already shot somebody else in self-defense, and that's what he's claiming in this.
Coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, Hall has a message for the community to help protect others from similar incidents in the future. Reporting in Eugene, Mike Cerullo, KZI 9 News.
Michael, thank you. An Oregon State University student won't have any trouble paying off her student loans. She is Oregon's newest millionaire. Chloe Zinda is the winner of Oregon's $1 million Take Your Shot lottery. She says she got a call and a text from the Oregon Health Authority and thought it was a joke.
I missed the call because I was at work actually, and I showed the text to one of my coworkers and was like, "Is this a scam?"
Chloe says she will use the money to pursue her dream to be an artist and hopefully one day open her own studio. While Zinda celebrates her winnings for getting her shot, others around the state are still hesitant about getting theirs. And KZI 9 News reporter Chris Lindsay spoke to a few unvaccinated people to see why they aren't ready to take their shot.
Just a few weeks ago, if you wanted to dine inside one of these restaurants without your mask, you had to show proof of your vaccination status. And now that that rule is gone and vaccination rates have slowed, I spoke with some people today who decided not to get vaccinated to see the reasoning behind their decision.
I just feel like it isn't in my best interest to rush and get it right this second.
Alicia DeMarin is a Springfield resident. She says her main reason for not getting the shot is the fact she has a young child that she's still breastfeeding. She says if more studies were done on pregnant women and women who've recently given birth, she would be the first in line. But for now, she's unsure.
That's just not enough data for me.
It's important to note the CDC says they did not identify any safety concerns for pregnant people who were vaccinated or for their babies. She also says her lack of urgency is partially because she hasn't personally seen anyone that's been devastated by the impact of the coronavirus. Regardless, the evidence the shots provide against serious illness is undeniable. Lane County health officials say the shots have a 95% or better chance to keep you from dying or going to the hospital for COVID-related reasons. Coming up at 6, here's some of the methods health officials are using to get people to roll up their sleeves. Reporting in Eugene, Chris Lindsay, KZI 9 News.